audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. 3, 1, go. Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. LoveLine, coast to coast.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. And we're out here in Yankerville, North Carolina.
Woohoo.
Yes, a little plug there for Crank Yankers. It's a big premiere tonight,
Oh,
Drew.
that's right.
Big Season 2 premiere going on 10 o'clock right now, Comedy Central.
When my puppet.
In due time, my precious. So what you people need to do is you need to turn on Comedy Central right now and go ahead and turn the sound up, too. And we'll leave this show on, too. It's multitasking. You got two ears.
If somebody has Crank Yankers playing while we're talking to them on the phone, you can't yell at them for having the TV up.
No, I won't. But you got to do it early because my bit's starting first tonight, I think.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. Big new season. Yeah. So we're over here in... where are we, in, Pawtucket or something?
Wilmington, North Carolina.
Wilmington, North Carolina. We're doing Dawson's Creek. We've been a little sleep-deprived. Mm-hmm. At least I have.
No, I have too.
Drew has as well. Because with the time difference, we're doing the show from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. out here, and then we're getting picked up about 9:30 in the morning. And 9:30 in the morning sounds like a reasonable pickup. And I think for the Dawson's Creek people, it is.
It's a break for them.
Except for we're going to bed at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I'm going on day number 3 of this. Now, they did say to us, don't worry, they'll get progressively later, the pickup times.
They apologized for yesterday. They said, oh, dude, don't worry, the next few days, much later.
The pickup times are going to get later as the days wear on, but I got picked up at 9:45 on Monday. I got picked up at 9:40 today. Then we're getting picked up at 9:15 tomorrow, although we wrestled it back
9:30
to 9:30.
like my life depended upon it. They're like, no!
It's always great, Drew and I. Drew, how many of these conversations have you heard me have in our short relationship?
About 15 minutes at a time. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Larry, let me talk to you. You got a second? Yeah. I hate to bother you. I know you're executive producer. Pickup time says 9:18 for me. You're allowing, 24 minutes for hair make. Yeah, see, I only probably need about 8 minutes makeup, 3 minutes hair, and 2 minutes wardrobe. We're about 17 minutes, so if we could push that up to 9:27 and a half. Yeah, that's basically how it goes.
Except this part that precedes that, which is, God damn it, if there's just a bunch of hanging around, you'll hear from me.
Well, I like to instill a little fear into them, which is, I will be here whenever you want me to be here.
If you want me here at 6 to work, at 6:05, I'll be here at 6.
But
if it's to be here at 9:30,
if I'm hanging around for an hour to get in goddamn hair and makeup, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
I like to lay that out.
Yeah. Then
let them make their decision now with my pissed thing looming over them, although it never seems to.
We earned an extra 15 minutes. It was great.
Still getting picked up earlier tomorrow than we got picked up on Monday or Tuesday, by the way. Yeah. So we're working. Oh, yeah, Sunday or Monday.
Yeah, we're all screwed up.
Well, what day is
Tuesday.
it? Tuesday. Well, why did I get picked up? How'd I work 2 days already? And it's
you got
Tuesday.
here Sunday. I got here Monday.
Yeah, but I got picked up Monday, Tuesday.
I'm sorry. I beg your pardon.
Jackass.
You're right. I beg your pardon.
How dare you try to gaslight me when you know my brain is frail.
You're right. We're all screwed up.
All right. And here's the other thing that's going to be the cherry on top of the cake. They were going to fly me out of here at I was leaving at 2 in the afternoon on Friday.
Yeah.
And I said to my peeps,
will that down.
I said to my assistant, who I like to call my secretary, but my wife says that's derogatory. But I'm like, would you rather be a secretary or assistant?
I guess assistants become like a professional.
Secretary, it seems at least like you're typing. Yeah. Assistant is like, hey, baby, go pick up my dry cleaning and grab me a Starbucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, I said, what time am I flying out on Friday? 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock. Why? I'll just sort of mill around the hotel for a couple hours waiting. Let's get going. I don't want to get back to L.A. Friday night. I want to get there. With the
You're
date.
not filming anything on Friday.
And I'm not doing anything on Friday. Yeah. And I go, who cares if I got to get up and get out? I'll just sleep on the plane, whatever. So find me the earliest flight out of Wilmington. So I just got the travel itinerary. So we go to bed at 4?
6.
No, I'm getting picked up at 5.
Oh, my God.
I'm getting picked up at 5. That'll be on Friday, too. Well, man, I'm just going to, I think
You
I'll
got
just...
your wish.
Yeah, I really did. You got to be careful what you ask for. And tomorrow night, actually, and the next night, Drew was relentlessly wrangling guests as per Ann's request to be on this show from Dawson's Creek. Problem is they're sane human beings who have
jobs.
They have jobs anymore. They have call times earlier than ours. I mean, the girls are getting in at 7:30 in the morning and stuff like that. I mean, like Katie Holmes, if you look on the breakdown sheet, it says Katie Holmes 7:45 in the morning.
Wow.
Call time. So they'll be goddamn if they're going to be sitting here with us two retards at 3 a.m.
Right.
Knowing they got a full day or whatever. But Drew is working on it relentlessly. And so far, he has a catering chick and one of the grips, I think, coming in tomorrow night. Talk about what it's like to cook for Katie Holmes.
Now, we got Busy Phillips coming tomorrow.
Busy Phillips she's just a hot, vivacious blonde who really digs Drew, by the way.
And she likes the show. She's been on the show a bunch of times.
Because you're on the show.
I see, that's it. Mm-hmm. And then Michelle Williams comes with her.
Oh, yeah. Now, she's one of the original cast members.
Right.
And a big star, too. And
right.
then Katie
Holmes.
Katie Holmes coming in with the guys directing. Joshua, original cast Joshua. He's cute. Jackson, yeah. It was, he's one of the Mighty Ducks or something like that. Hey, good kid. 24. Bossing Drew's old ass around the set. Must feel good. Drew, what were you doing at 24?
Third year medical school.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, I guess. Same here.
How about you?
Third year...
ditch or carpet?
I was a glorified goomper. I'd worked my way up from laborer to glorified goomper in the construction realm by 23. Sleeping on a futon with my buddy the Wheeze in a one-bedroom apartment in North Hollywood. Yeah, good times. All right, big crank yankers night. Who do we got on?
Brittany, 16.
Hello?
Brittany?
Yeah? Can you hear me?
What's up?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'm 16, right? Well, my friend just recently told me he's in love with me. And, I don't know if because I have a girlfriend, right?
Does
And
he know that? There's a boyfriend or girlfriend friend?
Girlfriend,
No,
friend.
No, but the first friend, the one that said they're in love with you.
He's just a friend.
He, okay.
Yeah.
Does he know you're gay?
Yeah, we're all friends.
Okay. So he knows you're lesbian.
Bye.
You're bi. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So what?
Okay.
Florida.
What do you need us for?
Well, she likes him as well.
All right.
And I don't want to hurt her because I really love her. But I like this guy as well. And she's cool if I have a boyfriend, and I'm cool if she has a boyfriend. But I don't know if I should, try to further the relationship between me and him, because in the long run it might end up hurting her because I think she still has, feelings.
Wait a minute. Screwball.
Ooh, Drew.
Right?
Yeah. Drew's sleep deprived. He's very angry.
But you know it's going to hurt her. She's made it clear to you this is somebody she's interested in. If you cared about your girlfriend, you wouldn't do this. Not only that, if you cared about your...
She calls him an asshole and says how much she hates him, and then the next day
she's into him.
The next day it's, oh, he's so cute, and I wish he'd go out with me, and la-di-da.
All right, listen, I didn't want to get into this. Brittany, what's wrong with you? What happened to you?
What do you mean?
Somebody
Why are you such a mess?
Who scrambled your antenna?
Broke my heart or something?
No.
Sexual abuse, physical abuse.
I was raped when I was 12, but...
When you're 12. What about before that?
Where's your dad?
My dad lives in Tennessee.
How old were you when he left?
Oh, I just now moved in with my mom this year.
You were living with your dad in Tennessee before this?
Mm-hmm.
Why weren't you living with your mom?
When I was little, my mom's husband, not my dad, new husband, abused me and my brother.
All right, well, that was our initial question, Brittany. Who abused you?
Oh, my bad.
So your stepdad?
Stepdad.
Yeah.
All right, that's why you're hanging around with a bunch of screwballs. You have no boundaries. Your sexual identity is all sort of confused. This is just a mess. It's not cool to have a relationship with somebody and then just bring a third person in. You say you're cool with that. That's BS. What you're cool with is chaos.
Stepfather.
And that's what you're creating by bringing all these other people into your relationships. And you're hurting your girlfriend. It's explicitly somebody that you know she's got a lot of feelings about.
All right, but look, Brittany's going to have many years of chaos.
Yeah.
I mean, she went from Tennessee to Florida, for Christ's sake.
Oh, my God.
There's not many you can't. It's hard to slide down from Tennessee. Florida's one of the only things underneath Tennessee. But Brittany, here's what I need you to do. I need you to not get pregnant because I'm just on damage. I'm on damage control at this point.
Hopefully, we'll
I
take
know,
care of
but
that.
she's bisexual too. I mean, Drew, don't we have to go on damage control at a certain point in society? Which
yes.
I'm sorry for what happened to Brittany with her horrible stepfather, and God knows her mom's a witch and all that kind of stuff.
No.
You need to
My mom's not a witch.
She is. She married a guy, but it's not her fault because someone abused her before.
Right.
So.
She was sexually abused,
she was
too.
for 14 years.
Of course.
Shocking. But here's what you need to do, Brittany. Listen to me. You know I'm a genius, right?
Yeah.
You need to not get pregnant. You need to not screw your life up with drugs and substances. You need to, graduate, go to college, or get a job at least, and just don't F things up, and get some therapy for the abuse you've suffered, and do not make a life of chaos for yourself like all those other Floridians around you. You understand?
You got that?
Okay.
Don't be one of those people with the sofa on the porch.
All right.
All right?
All right. This is now Nels, 14.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Today I asked this girl out, and she told me that she had to think about it.
About going out?
Yeah, like being my girlfriend.
Well,
Right.
being girlfriend is different than going out, right?
Well, he asked her to go steady, right?
No.
What did you exactly? What words came out of your mouth?
Do you want
I'm gonna be the girl. I'm gonna be the girl.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
And action.
Do you want to go out with me?
Fresh. And then I smack him.
Okay. Yeah.
He's got quite a sense of humor there.
I'll tell you, I should get credit. I mean, A, for being a comedic genius, but B, for trudging on in the face of you with the puss on, producer Ann with the puss on, just looking at an aquarium full of groupers, no audience whatsoever. Even the kids that I tutor, the ones that I mentor over the phone, still no love for the ace man.
Yeah, well.
All right, so
I'm
anyway.
laughing really, really hard in here, Adam.
Yeah. So you asked her if she wanted to go out, and she said you had to think about
You're a
it.
big boy.
Yeah, and she kind of it was kind of like a sympathetic hug after that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure whether
Yeah.
I want to know what.
Well, here's
We
here's
are.
the thing. Here's the thing. She's 14. Maybe she doesn't really. First of all, obviously she doesn't have a lot of experience dealing with being asked out, so she doesn't have a lot of sort of social skill with this. And secondly, at 14, maybe she wants to decide if she's really kind of ready to go out.
Drew, really?
Yeah,
Have to think about it?
It's not the greatest response.
No. Did she say she'd get back to you, or?
No, she just told me that she had to think about it. I talked to some of my friends, and
Yeah.
some of them said that was kind of like a big no. And then other people told me that I should wait a couple days, and if she doesn't get back to me in a couple days, then just forget about her.
I agree with that.
Yeah, there you go.
100%. All right?
Okay.
All right.
times, huh?
Good times.
All right,
Good
good
times. Oh, I'm like a comedic hero over there on the set of Dawson's Creek, Drew.
Yeah, I know. You're a genius.
They
At least they appreciate
laughing,
you. Yeah.
Everyone's laughing.
Audience
everyone
is
appreciates
biting a hole in their
me.
lips, trying to keep the quiet. sounds
Oh,
on
to
the
come
set.
up with the compliments and then it's right back into reality on this radio show.
Adam,
Louis,
how long you
15.
been over there for? How many days?
The Creek? 2 days.
I laughed for at least the first 4 days I worked here. At least.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I was
All right,
laughing
so
hard.
See,
All
the
right, I
point
probably
is,
got until
by Friday,
Thursday.
Thursday, Friday, they're not going to be interested in you anymore.
Yeah, well, that's all right. That's all right because it's when
You're outta here.
I get my 45 minutes sleep and hop on my plane.
Louis,
Yeah.
what's up?
What's up?
15-year-old.
Yeah.
Hold on a second, Louis. Adam, virgin, yes or no?
No.
Okay. Keep going. What's up?
What was the question? When I flirt with the girl or get rubbed up on or hold her hands, I get an erection.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. 15.
I can, I try to control it, but I can't.
Right.
Yeah,
Those are not things you can control. Don't worry. Time will take care of it.
that's right. Time and
Father time.
booze and drugs.
I mean, that'll take care of it, too. That's for sure.
All right, Louis?
All right.
There's no problem there.
Wear heavy jeans,
All right.
right?
Yeah,
All right, thanks.
disappointed. Yeah, don't wear those genie parachute pants. Now, Drew, remember you just get erections all the time for no reason?
Yeah.
I haven't got one of those in a while.
No.
Had that one, I got that morning one going.
Yeah. Even that's
Still.
not around so much anymore.
Really?
Hey, we wait.
Well, I believe someone steals mine in the night. I don't believe it's a vascular thing.
Yeah, it's aging.
I believe
Again, it's Father Time stealing it from me.
like the boner boogeyman sneaks, comes out from under my bed and steals it. At least
BB?
it's my theory.
Jessica, 16.
Me?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey.
Okay, first of all, I love the show. Like, seriously, I was listening to you guys the night I lost my virginity.
Oh, my goodness. When was that?
Huh?
And weren't we discouraging you from doing that?
That was 7 years
not,
ago.
Not Adam's sex
Rackman
toy.
was on at the time.
Oh, Adam was encouraging it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I was just wondering, like, what prompts masochistic behavior?
Abuse?
Yeah, physical abuse, typically.
Like, because, okay, like, my dad, like, doesn't live with me, and, like, I kind of have, like, a series of problems, but, like, I just, like, I don't really know why I, like, am attracted to such, like, abusive relationships and, like, fantasize about, like, being beaten and stuff like that.
Oh, boy.
Well, did you ever get beaten before?
No.
Never.
No.
Never?
No.
No one ever raised a hand to you?
No.
All right. I think our connection's a little crappy, and it doesn't help that Drew asked the same question 14 times. But your dad cut out when you were young?
Well, like, I'm still, like, in touch with him and stuff like that, but he, like, I'm close to him and I talk to him all the time and I see him somewhat frequently, but, like, he does live kind of far away from me and, like, I've had issues with that, like, all my life. He left when I was, like, 8.
Why?
Like, job stuff, and then he ended up becoming an actor, so now he just kind of stayed there.
Oh, no. In Hollywood?
No. He just, like...
New York?
Stuff.
Dinner theater.
Who is he, I'm going to take a guess. Ben Vereen?
No.
No. I'm out of guesses then. And he's working as an actor?
Kinda. Like, he gets his money by doing, like, carpentry stuff, because that's what he, like, started...
Yeah, well, no, that's acting. It's all acting, baby. He's just acting like a carpenter, and they're just acting like he's worth $11 an hour. Yeah. I acted as a carpenter for 13 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's got to be a little... It's
A lot.
Okay, here's the thing with women. Your brains are easily scrambled. It's really a glass menagerie inside that skull of yours. Whereas I just have like a bean bag.
Yeah.
I mean,
Styrofoam
all the rattling around in the world's not going to do anything to my bean bag of a brain. But you women, it's very, very fragile up there. And when a guy just picks up, especially at 8, better to do it at 1.5 or 2 than it is at 8.
Yeah, because then you at least get idealized.
And he says, yeah, I'm moving across the country. Yeah, don't worry, you'll be getting some phone calls from me. And you guys have a relationship over the phone, even when he's trying. It's like,
it's horrible.
Moved.
It's horrible. That's horrible.
All right. Now, I don't know where the physical abuse stuff, I mean, the stuff where your masochistic comes in. And do you actually mean you like a guy to raise a hand to you?
Well, like, I fantasized about that, but, I mean, like, it's never happened before. I've only had sex, like, a couple
But
times.
all those
All
kinds
right.
of fantasies really are built around death and resurrection, abandonment and reunion, and that's really your issue, right? It's about playing the child and resurrecting a relationship that has been abandoned, and that's where that comes from. And you really, when people have been physically abused, that's sort of an easy track into that. It sort of wires that into their system, and so their attachment needs to go up. They're drawn to the person that's doing the physical abuse, and that then gets turned into attraction when puberty hits.
All right. Well, let's say this about Jessica. She was not physically abused, and that's why she's probably not going through with it. She has this fantasy. Many women have this fantasy, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I think it comes from being the sort of less dominant of the two species. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But you're not going through with it, so that means you're sort of healthy enough. Don't worry about the fantasy, and stay off the drugs, stay in school. And Jessica's smart, so she's going to be okay.
All right?
Dad screwed her up a little.
Find guys that are available.
Yeah. All right. Adios.
Elaine, 38.
Hey, but good times.
Hey.
Good times.
Yeah.
Elaine.
I'm so sorry you guys are sleep deprived.
Thank you.
I heard you on NPR last weekend, Adam.
Yeah, my sister called me about that. Huge fan. Huge fan, my sister. I swear to Christ. Well, what night was that? Like Thursday or something?
I think it was Saturday.
Saturday. My sister calls me and says, hey, and she starts talking about a car, for like 20 minutes, and then she goes, hey, you're on the radio now. And I go, I'm on the radio? Saturday. Oh, I said, maybe it was that NPR interview I did last week. And she goes, yeah, somebody called me to tell me to turn it on. And I said, I'll go turn that on. And she goes, yeah, but that's about an hour ago. I forgot to do it. And I thought, wow.
It was a good bit, but it was just really odd because I'm not used to hearing you on NPR.
But do you understand it's eerie for me to have family members also be fans this way, that it's uncomfortable the way they swoon over me? Her friend called her, told her to turn on the radio, and she forgot. And she called to tell me about it.
I'm probably also the only person in your audience that listens to you guys and Dr. Laura.
Oh, yeah. Drew is so...
Actually, I know you actually have some of a similar message. You tell people, not to be having babies if they shouldn't be having babies.
Whatever.
You disagree on what else to do with them, but...
Here's the only difference. She gets $89,253,000 a year more than Drew. Other than that, they're both...
And I have a clinical degree, and I practice medicine.
Oh, I hate those. You know what? You know how I know when I hate people? I hate when people get stuck on stuff like they call up. Every time they call Laura, they go, I'm my child's mom. Isn't that what they do?
Uh-huh.
And she decided that this was something clever she thought of. And it's like when people call Rush Limbaugh, mega dittos, Rush. Oh, that is so clever. You got to write that down, Rush. I crap ideas like that when I'm stoned. Please. The hell's writing these things down?
We'll call you and say, my tubes are tied.
Yes, and I'll send you out a windbreaker. All right, so what's... we got to take a break. But we want to talk to you.
Okay.
Who is this? It's
Elaine.
Elaine. All right, Elaine, hang on a second, would you?
You betcha.
All right, and you can turn on Crank Yankers on
Whatever.
MTV.
Sorry, Comedy Central. Well,
we've been doing LoveLine.
We've been doing LoveLine a lot
Yeah.
this week. I really got a MTV hair up me. Comedy Central, Crank Yankers, big premiere tonight. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back with Elaine after this.
Hello? Is this LoveLine?
Call 1-800-LOVE-191. Adam and Dr. Drew will be right back.
Half of all new HIV infections in this country happen to people under the age of 25. Protect yourself. Call toll-free 1-866-344-KNOW.
LoveLine with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla on 94.7 NRK.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Who called you, Drew? The old lady?
Mm-hmm.
What'd she need?
She's having trouble sleeping. She's been sick. I abandoned her while she was ill.
Oh,
it's hard.
You abandoned her while she's ill. Abandoned. You're out bringing home the bacon, Drew.
Well, compared to you, I'm bringing home the Bacos.
Yeah. Call $800 a day bacon. Jesus Christ. What are we doing here, Drew? We got to take a good long look in the mirror when we're done with this. Nude this time.
I have to?
Yeah. I always know it's Drew's wife because it goes, okay, show's starting. Okay. All right. I gotta get back. Well, then you if they do that, you do the same thing right back to them. Now, okay, love it, show, love it, show, hold on. Drew, have you ever broken clean with her? You can't break clean, can you?
Well, that was breaking clean.
That was pretty fast.
Yeah.
That was pretty fast. Still took a little while. All right. She knows the phone, though, right? I mean, what I mean is like when you talk to your parents and you start, Yeah, I got someone on the other line. They go, well, that's nice because your mother, it's like it doesn't register to them. You know, they're
not done.
You know what someone needed to do in like 1990? Someone need to get a convention of like every person over 65.
Yeah.
And it's all around the country.
Phone utilization, phone etiquette convention.
Just get up there and go, listen, hey, old timers, yeah, over here. Okay, this is a fax machine. It's short for facsimile. You can send pictures and documents over the phone lines. Okay, so when someone says they're reading a fax or fax it over, this is what it is. Number 2, there's something called call waiting. Now, I hope you codgers are sitting down, but you can actually have someone on another line while you're talking to your grandchildren, and they can click over to them. 3rd, there's something called a phone machine. It's been out about 15 years. Now, when you call, that is a recorded message. Do not try to talk to it. Don't ask it how its day was. Somebody need to indoctrinate this because still it's a little unclear with the older folks.
There's
in my
another
family.
layer to it, too, which is when there's a message, instructions on the phone machine, forget it.
Yeah.
The wheels come completely off the wagon right then.
Well, when I hear my mom's phone machine, I can just see her reading off the box. You know, I mean, she practically says, "Insert your name here." But the thing is, the thing I like too is this is another thing. I don't know if your family does this one where you go, "Hey, this is Adam. I'm not home," and they go, "Adam, I don't know if this is your
right.
Really? You thought you called another Adam with the same number? What are the chances some guy would say his name was Adam when you were calling Adam that wasn't the Adam you were talking to? It's got to be slim."
That's the thing. It's not processing.
Right.
It's
Nothing processing.
If they answer a phone that says for Adam push 1, for Lynette push 2, forget it. Forget it.
It's over.
Yeah.
No, their head explodes like scanners right there. Just boom. All right. So who were we talking to? Elaine.
Elaine. Yeah.
37-year-old Elaine.
That's 38.
38. Sorry, baby.
They're hard-won years.
So, you just called to tell Adam he was on NPR?
Hey, yeah. But, well, as long as I have you, I was going to ask you something medical. What the hell was it? I can't remember.
Oh,
you got
that's
me
good.
all nervous.
All right.
Do you have a medical problem?
To do with Alzheimer's.
I have lots. I have fibromyalgia, which is just making me crazy. I had a remission for...
Just know this about fibromyalgia. In most cases, I believe strongly it's a sleep disturbance.
Right.
And if you get that sleep problem taken care of, magically the muscle aches go away. Just think about that.
Yeah, it's
Let me explain.
I got a whole bunch of years, and it came back when I started working 40 hours.
There you go.
All right. And by the way, Drew hears depressed and nutty when he hears fibromyalgia.
And what do you hear?
I hear nutty and depressed. I got a little twist on it. Yeah. All right. Have a good times there.
There we go.
What is that fibromyalgia?
Just generalized muscle aches.
Yeah, that just means
With
nuts.
no medical
That's depressed and nuts.
reason for it.
That's not getting laid, no hobbies, and depressed.
Good times. There's no name up here. Who's on line 2? Anderson?
Memphis. You got to reboot now.
Oh, Memphis. There we go. I thought that was the city. Yeah, this guy's name is Memphis.
All right.
Adam, first of all, you're a god. I love Cranky Anchors and everything you do, and Drew, you're the father I never had.
Oh.
Yeah. A couple of days ago, I was hanging out with a hot chick that I've got acquainted with recently. We sat through a movie, and I got like erection for 3 hours, which was like the longest I've ever had.
Just by the excitement of sitting next to her.
Well, we were like grinding and making out during the movie the whole time.
3 hours.
Yeah.
What movie?
Barry Lyndon. There's a reference for the kids.
No, it was The Recruit. Yeah.
The Recruit. All right.
The man show was in The Recruit, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. About the menopause.
Yeah. No, man ponds.
Yeah, man ponds.
Yeah, but menopause, not bad.
Yeah, I tried to remember. Yeah, but then when I got up to go leave when the movie was over, my balls hurt like heck. I had no idea why. They were like really sensitive, and
that is true blue balls.
That's blue balls.
There you go.
Yeah, and it was like that for about until like half the day, like noon the next day.
Did you ejaculate at all after that?
Yes, I did. And
did that relieve any of it?
Not that I could really tell. Because
are you okay now?
Oh yeah, it's fine.
All right.
So
So you dropped her off after the date?
Yeah. Well, yeah. She had to be home.
Right.
By a deserved time.
And then would you just beat off when you got home? I bet he did it in the car.
I waited.
Okay, I'll see you Monday at school. You hear the door shut. And it looked like a bomb went off inside the car. It's like it'd take like a road map and squeegee off the inside of the windshield so he could see.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, it's like.
Did you make it home?
Yeah, you made it home though.
Yeah,
you took care of yourself.
Yeah,
good. Halfway up the driveway.
Gentlemen,
safe
in the yard.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's blue balls there, Memphis.
Okay.
That's all right. It happens all the time. Yeah. We haven't talked about blue balls.
No, it's much more of an excuse than it is a reality. People rarely get it, actually.
Blue balls is out of vogue, though.
Yeah, because it doesn't work anymore. Women are onto it.
No, but I mean,
So the guy that really gets it is sort of, yeah, sure, yeah, right.
It does exist.
Yeah, it does. That was it. That was a classic description of it. This now is Danielle.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay, me and my boyfriend have been going out for like a year and 3 months. And we just started having sex like a year ago. And we lived together for a couple months.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on.
I don't know. It's just something funny, like when you go, we've been going out a year and 3 months, and we just started having sex about 14 months ago. It's like, you just started having sex 3 months after you met him. You've been doing it for a year, right?
Right.
Okay.
Okay, and we lived together for a couple months, and we had, like, sex, like, a couple times a day and everything. And then he went off to live in Massachusetts, and we've been talking over the phone, and all of a sudden, like, he's saying, like, when he comes back, we're not going to have sex anymore.
He's saying that.
Yeah, and in the first place, like, I was the one who didn't really want to.
Is he explained why?
No, he's just like, well, I don't feel it's right anymore.
And that's it. Just had a change of heart.
Yeah. And it
doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Well, he's a religious guy.
Not really. I was the one in the first place who was like, well, I don't really want to have sex because it's not right. And then eventually I gave in. So I don't...
yeah, a year ago you gave in.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Hey, I got to talk about you, Danielle.
Okay.
Anderson, put her on hold. Danielle's got some issues here.
Well, it's just denial, yeah.
About her religion and her sexuality, because she starts off with that sort of bizarre. We're going out for a year, and we just started having sex a year ago.
I know.
Just 7/8 of the time you've been out with the guy,
right?
Which isn't just.
It's a
strange way to say it.
Yeah.
And then,
well, it means she got issues with it.
And then she goes, "I was the one who didn't want to have sex,
and I was religious, and he wasn't. It wasn't right. It was wrong."
But then I finally gave in or something, and again that was a year ago.
And finally, it was after a couple months, not after many, many months.
Right. So he may just be, once in a while, a guy tries to pull that weird sort of preemptive strike card, where they go, well, yeah, well, I don't want any sex.
No, this isn't that. Either he has another girlfriend, feels guilty, or he's sort of found religion again, or sort of other category, so whatever it is.
It's grab bag.
Yeah.
Put her back up here, Drew. I want to see what's going on with her retarded religiousness. Danielle?
Yeah.
What's up with you? What's your religion?
Lutheran.
Lutheran?
Yeah.
What is that, Drew? What do you guys do?
Christian.
You don't eat shellfish? You eat shellfish? Something with fish.
Everything, it's fine.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what's up? Why the guilt?
I don't know. It's just... when I was littler, I was sexually abused, and so I do like to have sex, and it's just kind of odd that he doesn't want to. I'm the one who...
Well, we got to wonder about
that has nothing to do with your strange sort of approach to sex.
Got to remember, she might choose somebody with some issues about sex.
Why'd this guy go to Boston?
To do a band. His friend lives over there, and so he's like, okay, I'm going to go over.
How old is he?
He's 18.
To do a band?
Or to start a band.
Start a band.
Yeah.
It didn't work out?
He kind of lost interest and kind of wants to come back to Oregon.
How long was he there for?
A couple weeks.
What?
I don't.
You see how bizarre that is,
And it
right?
doesn't sound like the relationship's all that great if he's just sort of going off to Boston to hang out.
Yeah.
See if he can get a garage band started with his stoner buddy. Yeah, I think this thing may have run its course, Danielle.
You think it's done?
Well, if it's not, it should be. And you got to get some therapy if you got sexually abused.
Have you had any? Yeah.
Well, I'm fine with it, though. Like,
yeah, everyone believes they're fine with it, but the fact is it leaves an imprint on your brain.
Mm-hmm.
It does. I mean, maybe you are okay. Maybe there's not really any...
No. What, you just be sexually abused?
How long? Were you abused one time?
A couple times. Like, I was 5, so.
Who did this?
My grandpa.
Oh.
Yep.
What did he do to you?
He just touched me, and that's about it.
Yeah.
No. What do you mean?
I mean, it's not good, but I mean...
No, it's not good. Hang up on her, would you? I can't take the feedback anymore. Anderson, put her on hold, please. Drew, you say it's a couple of 9-year-olds making out. You call that rape.
I say 9-year-olds having intercourse. Grandpa touching her is going to mess her
Grandpa's
up.
like extra.
Yeah.
Grandpa's freaky deaky.
Yeah, Grandpa may be demented or something. Was kind of like didn't know what he was doing.
Who cares what his motivation is? You got to be horrified as a 5-year-old.
Yeah,
and 5's a bad age for that.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Drew.
Yeah.
I would say 3 is better and maybe 9 is better.
Yeah.
Like 5 is.
Yeah.
That's right in that sort of crap wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta get therapy there. And look, that's Grandpa, and God knows what his daughter or son was like.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Well, the point is, though, people can go through episodes like that and not have major psychiatric symptoms. Yeah. I mean, that's the point.
Oh,
we were saying you have to get therapy. I was like, well, you should. All things being equal, probably,
Okay.
Yeah, good bet.
Let's sell a call or talk to someone or do something.
Okay. I wasn't going to do that. Let's talk to Phil.
What's Phil's problem?
Oh, wait a minute. Here's Phil here. Hold on.
What's his problem?
He's got, why can't he finish during sex? Keeps a boner for 5 hours. Is that it, Phil?
Hello.
Phil?
Yeah.
You got a 5-hour boner?
No, I don't have a 5-hour boner. My problem is whenever I'm having sex with my girlfriend, probably within the past 6 months this has been happening, I can't finish.
Yeah.
Like before, I could almost finish on command, like throughout high school and through college.
And how long does it take this time?
This time it'll take a real long time, like an hour, if at all.
Mm-hmm.
And especially...
Where the hell did the 5 hours come from?
Yeah, where did 5 hours come from?
I have no idea.
4 hours. I beg your pardon. I just read that
Drew's
in.
brain's fried.
Yeah.
I forgive him. He'll strangle you with the mic cord, though, during the break, Drew. All right, hold on, Phil. You're right,
Put me out of my
Drew.
misery.
We didn't need to talk
Yeah,
to
thank you.
We don't need to talk to anybody. I'll tell you what we should do.
Yeah.
For the next hour and 40 minutes, let's play How Long Does It Take Drew to Look Stuff Up in the Dictionary?
Where's the dictionary?
It's a fun game. We'll go out and find a dictionary. I'll just yell out words, and we'll time you. It'll be funny.
Because I'm so out of it?
No, just because I don't feel like talking to people anymore, and it's always interesting, And there won't be real crazy words, We'll do stuff like hinge. Well, it only took Drew 21 seconds to look up hinge, and I'll just go to the next word. See you at the day. All right. We're over here in New Brunswick. Where are we, Drew? Wilmington, North Carolina. Doing a little Dawson Creeking. Going to have some of the Dawson Creek crew in here tomorrow night. We'll take a little break, and we'll be right back.
LoveLine.
1-800-LOVE-191.
We'll be right back. LoveLine on 94.7 NRK. Welcome. LoveLine with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla on 94.7 NRK.
Hey, everybody. LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Drew's got his headphone cords hooked up in his chair, so it sounds good.
Horrible.
All right, we're out here in Wilmington, North Carolina. Drew is he's on the move. He's looking at sites. He wants to know when things were built. Wants to know what year the statues went up and who they're of, and nobody seems to care but him. Now he can't get his chair over the
carpet.
Over the carpet, and he's stuck. But this happens every time I travel with Drew. He's, oh, hey, what is this? I don't know. And we're driving the van. Oh, look at this building. What is this? Some sort of town hall? Yeah. I don't know.
Just George Washington slept there, right?
Yeah, look at this statue. Who is this guy? Some sort of Civil War general? Nah.
I'm so amazed by this people in the South that they have like zero. It's like Civil War. What? Huh?
I told you,
yeah,
Drew.
yeah.
It's a fresh wound that is not healed yet. It's uncomfortable. You bringing it up. You know what I mean? A lot of them have relatives, fresh in the grave from this war. You gotta mind your etiquette, Drew. Huh. All right, who we talking to?
Never was Phil.
Oh yeah, the disappointing Phil.
Yeah.
So Phil.
Dynamic Phil. Yeah.
Yes. Phil, you cannot finish the job anymore sexually, and you were able to a few years ago.
I have been able to up till about 6 months ago, right?
Oh, okay.
What changed 6 months ago? Medication?
No, nothing like that.
You have a steady girl?
Yeah, we've been together almost 5 years now.
Now, how are your feelings for her? Have they changed?
No, not at all. I'm gonna propose to her probably in the next few months here. And
Maybe that's what you're freaking out about.
Think you're nervous?
No, not at all. I mean, it was just kind of something that happened unexpectedly. It happens more when I wear a condom.
All right, that makes sense.
Right.
Why are you wearing a condom after 5 years?
Well, just like if she's on antibiotics and she can't take the pill or something like that.
Very good, very good.
All right.
Well done.
So it happens more, so all right, that makes sense. It's sort of a sensitivity thing.
Does the fact that it happened kind of make you anxious and preoccupied about it happening again?
Sort of, or like during it, I'll be thinking like after a while, it's like I'll start thinking about it, and then it's just, I think that kind of...
Yeah, that makes it worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
No medicine, nothing.
No.
No vitamins, supplements, anything?
No, nothing like that.
What about when you masturbate? How's that going?
Once a day, like clockwork, no problem.
Why don't you hold off on that, huh? Hold off for about a week and then watch what happens.
Yep. Mount St. Helens.
There you go. Good times. Problem solved.
Start spelling Phil with an F.
I like that. I mean? Yeah, he's filled. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be filled, not Phil.
Yeah, all right, Drew. You knew the joke, though. Jackass.
You know what I like about guys like Phil, though? It's like, hey, here's a solution. They're like, oh, no, whoa, wait a minute here.
Once a day, like clockwork. Yeah. All right, so stop that and figure that out.
Nathan.
It's all good, though.
27. Now, what happened here?
You didn't punch him up.
Yeah. Nathan?
Yes.
What's going on?
Drew, Adam, I just want to say I love you guys.
Cool.
I've been listening to you guys ever since I was 17.
Oh.
Thanks, Nathan.
Good times.
No problem. I've been dating my girlfriend for about 2 years now, and just like in the last 6 months, I've not been physically or sexually attracted to her.
Why?
I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I see like other girls, like like in the mall or at work or at the store or something. I'm actually physically and sexually attracted to them.
So you're not into your girlfriend?
Not my girlfriend, though.
You're not into her, though?
I'm not. I mean, I'm not into her anymore.
You're done.
It's over.
Well, I mean, I know, but I mean, I've been with her for about 2 years. I mean,
well, how could you possibly be?
Yeah, but listen, as you get a little more seasoned, like Dr. Drew over here, you start to realize that things have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Jobs, schooling, relationships, friends, and intimate relationships too. So maybe this has reached the end part of the trilogy.
Okay.
Is this your first long-term relationship?
No, I've had a couple others.
Did you have trouble ending those?
No, because they actually got ended on me.
They cheated. Yeah. Well, here's the deal. It's your turn. For whatever reason, this relationship has sort of run out of steam for you, and
Well,
That's
unless
reality.
did she pack on a bunch of weight or she get burned by acid or something?
No, that's not it. I don't know. I mean, like, I like her, I like being with her, her attitude and what we do together. When we hang out together and stuff like that. But when it comes down to intimacy and being attracted, it just isn't there.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you living with her?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, you are?
Ooh.
Well, that's tough. You guys in an apartment?
Yeah, we're in an apartment.
Yeah. Someone may have to move out.
Yeah.
Yeah. She gonna freak out, you think?
Yeah, because she was sexually abused when she was younger, and
Oh, boy.
like really low self-esteem and everything.
Oh, boy.
Well, tell her you went gay. That's really...
Adam, I'm not like that.
Well, I'm telling you, if you care about the girl's feelings, you'll tell her you're gay. That's all I'm saying. But look,
You're
if you're not into her, Anderson, get rid of Nathan, would you please? If you're not into this person, you're not doing them any favors. Even if they were sexually abused or they're fragile emotionally, you're still not doing them any favors by just killing time with them. Because
not at all.
there is somebody out there that's into them.
Right.
And they need to find that person, and that person's not you.
Yeah.
All right, Drew.
Yeah.
We gonna take a break?
Yes.
All right, we'll be right back.
Okay, so I know there's nothing wrong with me. So what's up?
So I was like you, and I used to think that these datelines were totally cheesy.
Why can't I meet anybody?
But I tried everything else and thought, what the hell? So I called the dateline and actually met a cool guy.
I called the dateline and I hooked up with some cool people.
Believe it or not, other normal people are out there looking too.
877-889-DATE.
1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back. This is LoveLine on 94.7 NRK. LoveLine on KNRK, Camas, Portland. LoveLine, NRK.
Hey, everybody. LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191.
What's so funny?
I was just sitting around thinking about, Drew and I were just talking about...
how goddamn spoiled we are.
Yeah. We're in kind of a cute little motel thing over here, but not that cute. It's a long haul. We're both spoiled now. We want to go to the Four Seasons. I need a sauna and a colonic. Nice rub down. Sit there, take a little schwitz, work out a little, then hit those down comforters. Yeah. Big old lucite showers. Huh? Yeah. Anyway, we're staying in this kind of cool place, but it's cool for like a night. Yeah, the floor's all uneven and there's a lot of creaking going on.
Kind of cool if you were sort of driving up the coast with your girlfriend or something, with your wife.
Yeah, not when you're just sort of beating off in the sink, staring at your sweaty mug in the...
By the way, did you ever get yourself wired with pornography there?
Oh, my God.
This is a worthwhile story.
I tell you, I think I have a brain tumor because of this. All right, so here's what happens, everybody. I don't tell anybody, but I'm leaving the house on Sunday, and I got a stack of VHS movies by the front door, and I think to myself...
By the front door? You keep porn by the front door? Well, you never know? Earthquake?
Well, if there's a fire or something, I got to get that porn out of the house.
I see.
I also have a sticker on the window for the firemen. Porn inside. Go back in there.
Key, porn key.
Yeah, and I have the number, like people do with pets.
Yeah.
Let the emergency services people know that if I make it out, they got to go back in and rescue my beloved porn.
So you're on your way.
So I got some porn by the. It's in the den, but it's close to the front door, and I don't want to let the old lady see, so I do it quickly. But I grab my favorite porn movie, big white label with just plain black lettering on it, and I stuff it into the bottom of my
What's
bag.
it called?
It's called Ultimate Lindsay. Yeah.
Who's Lindsay?
Lindsay Dawn McKenzie. She's
Ooh.
a big boob chick.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, she's hot. So I throw that in. I think this is one good thing that's going to come from this little excursion. So I'm going to have some serious time with my penis alone in my shotgun shack. So I got some making up to do.
Right.
You know. So I'm praying there's going to be a VCR in the room. But I figure if it's a little sort of cabin like we're getting, there might be a VCR in there. So I packed this movie. I show up Sunday night. Showed up here. Sunday night. Pull out immediately. Go for the movie. That's what I was thinking about the whole trip. I pop in. I got to draw all the shades. There's it's like drapes.
14 windows.
Yeah, 14 windows. I gotta knock them all the louvers down. You know, I get all primed. I pop
Get
it
the
in
duct
there.
tape out and stick louvers
I pop it in there, and it's like, what is this? I'm watching the Gangs in New York.
And it's scrambled.
And it's I'm watching HBO. So I hit the VCR button on the remote, and it's like, then it goes kind of scrambled. Then I'm changing the channels, and I'm like, well, I got to put on channel 3. I think I got to put on channel 3. And each time I put on channel 3, there's the Gangs in New York. And I guess I've been hearing a lot about the Gangs in New York, and I figure it's on HBO. I don't know why. It seems a little fast, but I'm watching pay-per-view cable or something. And I keep switching around. It's fuzzy Gangs in New York.
You know, it's a hotel, and you figure there's pay-per-view movies at the hotel.
Right. I'm popping the tape in. I'm pushing it back in. I get frustrated. I go for the memory whack, which is something I can do. I can do that. Harken back to high school. Sometimes I even think about Drew. And I go to bed. The next day, I try again. Nothing. So I go to the front desk. And I'm like, look, you got to send a technician up here. Something's wrong with this VCR. I'm futzing with the cables. I keep switching around. But a lot of VCRs are set up a little differently. You got to figure out how they go. So the technician comes in. And he's like, well, where's the movie? And I'm like, that's not here. That's not here. Like I FedExed it back home. It's not here. And he's like, well, I didn't bring a movie up to test it. And I'm like, meanwhile, the movie's 4 feet away. It's stuff, I put it back in the bag.
At least you did that.
And hide it, So he's like, well, I got to go back down and grab a movie. I'm like, all right, well, please do that. Because I'm getting a little frantic now. So he goes back, he gets a movie, pops the movie in, and he's like, well, the movie seems to work. The VCR seems to work. I'm watching the movie that we popped in, but I think the remote's screwed up. You have to go without a remote. I'm like, done and done. Just clear out.
Get out of here.
Yeah. So he clears out. I grab the movie out of the suitcase again, pop it back in, trying to figure out how he had it set, and there I am with the Gangs in New York again. And I'm like, God damn, they never stopped showing this movie on HBO or the pay-per-view or whatever. Now I'm scanning through the stations. I'm flip-flopping the VCR button again. Eventually, I decide that I'm cursed. I get frustrated. I go to bed again. Next day, I come in, and I walk into the room, and I'm staring at the tape that I pulled out, my frustration, slammed down on the desk, and it says, Gangs in New York. And I realize that I grabbed the Gangs of New York, decided it was porn because it had the same lettering and the same color label, and I'm in my sleep-deprived haze, refused to believe that was what I was watching on the TV, and basically fought with it for 3 days.
It's also a form of denial, too. You didn't want to believe you hadn't made it out there with your beloved.
Yeah, then it set in.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the other thing that was funny, too, is each time I would hit the VCR thing, it would just go to scrambled, whatever. And I thought, I was reading a sign when I was going through the radar, when I was going through the metal detector and the infrared scanner and all this stuff at the airport that said, if you have film, it will ruin the film. And I was like, the terrorists have finally won. They've destroyed my porn. This X-ray machine has destroyed my precious porn. That was the only thing I could think. Gangs in New York is still on HBO, and my porn is scrambled. And I was fast-forwarding through and I never figured out it was Gangs in New York. Can you believe that, Drew? What's wrong with me? That's a brain tumor, right?
I don't know. Just weren't willing to make the assumptions you were operating from were wrong, and the assumption in your head was this has to be this VCR.
Once I decided that I had brought this movie
That was
and that
it.
it must be the VCR, then it must be.
Then everything else had to have an explanation around that. So you're
Yes.
explaining away the Gangs of New York as pay-per-view and everything else.
Yeah, it's like the dream you had this morning, Drew.
Can I have your Gangs of New York?
It's like the dream. Someone started jackhammering outside of Drew's window
Oh,
at
my God.
7 a.m. this morning, and what in your
It's-
dream?
it's
What did
sa-
it translate into?
It's translated into a retarded, like a retarded teenager had escaped from some mental institution, and it turned a trash can upside down right outside my room. It was beating on it with wooden spoons.
That's what
That
it
was
registered.
it. And taking two trash can lids together and smacking them like cymbals.
Yeah.
That was at 7 o'clock this morning.
That's
Very
how
nice.
your
It was-
brain
it was
works.
Good times.
At least you were asleep.
Can I have your Gangs of New York tape?
Oh yeah. Well, it's out here now.
Bring it back.
I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, I'm going to bring it back, but it's hard to watch, painful to watch now because it
You can see,
reminds
though,
me of my
there-
beloved porn.
And there will be a porn named after Gangs of New York.
Gang bangs in New
Yeah,
York.
that's right.
Yeah.
Jen, 24.
Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering how you know if you have an abscess or not. From IV drug use.
So you're slamming drugs?
Excuse me?
You're slamming drugs?
Yes.
What do you shoot?
Heroin.
And what have you got there? Describe to me what you think you have.
It's not that bad. It's just really sore and just kind of looks like, where the hole is, just red.
In your
But
arm?
It's not like pussy or anything like that.
Is there a lump?
Yeah.
On your finger? Yeah, that's an abscess. It may just be cellulitis, but at least it's forming into an abscess. Be that as it may, whichever it is, it needs antibiotics and it needs it right away.
Right.
And if it forms into an abscess, it may need to be surgically drained.
Uh-huh.
Well, what happens with the
Could it just be
abscesses?
from a miss, though? Or something, you know what I mean? Or like
Missing your
poking it
vein?
too hard? Yeah. 'Cause I had that before, too. It was like all swollen and bruised. Kind of numb feeling.
Jen, what are you eating, baby?
Oh, ice cream, sorry.
Yeah, could you put the goddamn ice cream down for the 10 seconds we're on the effing air?
Yes, I can do that.
Idiot.
No, I
Jesus
want to
Christ.
quit. I'm looking into going into detox.
Well,
I'm wondering
you just
what-
put the
what's
ice
worse.
cream down and
I did.
oh, you're talking about heroin.
Yes, like
That's your son ice
deal,
cream. Yeah.
I've heard like programs you can go on methadone for like 3 or 4 days to cushion you
No,
off.
Jen, forget the detox. That's easy. You're going to have to go somewhere, sober living, spend about 4 to 6 months. You got to put some time away in a structured environment or you will use again. So why bother getting off if you don't put the time into treatment? Detox is piece of cake. Don't
Well, I
worry
just
about the
wanna take,
detox.
like, something to cushion me off. I don't want to be.
Yeah, you go to a hospital, they will detox you, no sweat, but you're going to have to spend many, many weeks in treatment in order to get this thing under control, all right?
Yeah, but it seems like those are only free if you get in trouble.
No, they're never free. Do you have any source of resources?
Not really.
No money or anything? Most counties will have county-funded beds you can get into, so look into that.
I have a list on that, or I'm looking
All right.
into going somewhere else.
All right, start calling, but expect to spend a little time in treatment, all right?
Where do you live?
The D.C. area.
Uh-huh. Are you working?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What kind of job you have, by the way?
Restaurant.
All right. You a waitress?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good times. Yeah. And you doing all right? You have a boyfriend or kids or anything?
Yeah.
What?
The kids don't live with me, though. I have a choice to let them live with their parent in-laws or whatever.
Kids, you got 2 kids?
Yep.
All right. Really? Why is everyone... You have to have 2 kids when you're junkie, huh?
Jen's
I
got
had an ex-boyfriend that sort of turned my life upside down. And
Yeah, Jen is a trauma survivor.
All right.
Make no mistake about it.
All right, Jen. Get yourself some help, baby doll, would you?
All right.
Please, take care of yourself.
All right, this
and
is...
no more kids, please.
Kevin.
Jesus
What's
Christ. What is up?
Okay, I got some anger management issues that keep on knocking me down as far as where I want to go in life.
You're gay.
True.
What happens?
That's what it was.
What happens?
Oh, anyway, I kind of fly off the handle sometimes on people, and I tossed a piece of paper at a secretary, and they wanted to demote me, and I decided to quit instead.
Demote you from what?
You know, in our society, we have this we sort of dismiss people with aggression as, oh, well, he's just got a temper. He's just a temper. That's BS. The fact is something called effortful control. That part of us that sort of takes emotions and sort of focuses them and decides what to do with them and which ones to express and not express. When people have been traumatized in some way, they lose that capacity for effortful control, and you have aggression that just emerges. And that's not an okay thing. It's not right.
I know, but what about the a-hole factor?
That's where that comes from.
Yeah, but it's not always because of abuse. Or not traditional abuse.
Yeah.
Not necessarily physically abused.
Right. No. Right. That's right.
All right. Well, let's continue talking to Kevin over here and see what we can figure out, Drew. Kevin?
Yeah.
You say you got, they were going to demote you?
Uh-huh.
Where, what kind of work were you in?
Loans. I do real estate loans.
You do real estate loans? At 19?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Okay. I know.
Yeah, well, I mean, you may have some anger management here, but you've moved along pretty good for a guy with anger management at 19. I think I give yourself some credit there.
You
threw the piece of paper at the secretary, like, why? You were angry at her?
Yeah, I was angry at her. I didn't like the way she was talking to me.
And this isn't because this is something you've had chronic. It's not like you're depressed right now or you're overwhelmed and you just sort of broke through in some way.
No, it's not. It's just a recurring theme in my life, and something that I've been asking that I'm wondering about is how much of it is, like you guys say, is damage control, and how much of it is actually fixable. I mean, is this all going to be like? Is this an inherited thing? Is this a genetic thing, or is this something that, because of experiences that I've gone through, it can be fixed?
And it can be fixed.
Yeah.
Huh?
Listen, here's the deal.
It can be improved anyway.
If you're smart, you can fix stuff. I hate to say it, but it's true. Smart people can dig themselves out of their sort of emotional ditches. And you're a smart guy, so you can fix this. You're 19. He sounds like he's 25.
Yeah.
He seems to have some... Yeah, but you have some insight. And, you managed to move ahead pretty good in a pretty short period of time on the planet. You have some issues. Get them some therapy, look into some anger management, and they have all sorts of classes and stuff about this and groups and everything. Just get involved with that. You'll be fine. True?
Miss Valerie,
What's
you're
the
right.
puss on?
You're
What
right.
do you want?
You're right.
I mean,
Valerie-
this is something that didn't exist, and then OJ cut a few people's heads off, and now there's one on at every YMCA, right?
Yep. Yeah. I mean, he deserves an evaluation to make sure it's not something, again, depression or something else that's sort of amplifying all this. And if it's a characterologic personality issue, then he's got to work on it.
All right.
All right, Valerie, 22.
Hi. I had a question about my birth control, but also I wanted to know, whenever I have sex with my boyfriend, I get, like, super duper wet.
Mm-hmm.
Good times?
Like, puddle.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
And I was wondering,
ejaculate?
What was that?
Do you, ejaculate?
I don't know. Like, I will be having sex, and I don't know if he hits, like, a spot in me that makes me just really wet, but it's before I even come.
Okay. And the birth control pill?
And I'm on Depo, and I was wondering if that's going to cause any long-term damage.
No. Think about it, Valerie. With this litigious society we live in, would they be able to give you medicine that could expose them to liability?
That's true, but I heard that it's harder to get pregnant once you're off it.
Then what?
I don't
Harder than what?
Than if you were to use the pill or...
Where'd you hear that?
I was told that you just don't get your period for a long time after. Because I haven't had my period for like 3 years.
Yeah, you don't get it as long as you're on the shot. But then when you stop the shot, things will kind of come back. Take about 6 months usually.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's the thing about the shot I don't like is that it can cause depression, and women. A lot of women don't feel that good on that shot. They feel kind of fatigued. But there's some women that can take it no problem.
And the lubrication thing, that's just how you're set up.
Yeah, it's good.
Right? It's like, some dogs drool a lot. Right, Drew?
Yeah.
And by the way, I could not be down with a dog that drooled a lot.
This is the boxer vagina syndrome.
Yeah.
Huh.
Turner and Hooch. You know that Turner and Hooch dog?
The Hooch Cooch.
Yeah, the Hooch Cooch. You ever see that Turner and Hooch movie?
Yeah.
By the way, we're done with the cops hooking up with the wisecracking dogs as themes for comedies, aren't we?
I hope so.
I think we got to be done with that. There should have been We should have made half of one of those. And someone decided, this is a great plan. The guy with the dog. And Ted, here's the twist. Dog, smarter than the guy.
No.
Yes.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's great. Okay. Turner and Hooch, that dog was just slobbering all the time like he was rabid and getting all over the furniture and everything. I could not take that. I would not go for a slobbering dog, Drew.
Was Hooch the dog?
Not in a train, not in a plane, not in a box, not with a fox.
Could you in a car?
No, not at a bar. I didn't read the whole book. I had to do something with what else could it rhyme with?
With a fox?
All right, Drew. Where are we?
We are talking to Nicholas.
Yeah, hey, how's it going, guys?
We're good.
I got a question about a previous caller that you had. He was talking about blue balls, and I was wondering, you guys didn't really explain like the physiological effect of it. I was going out with a girl for like 3 months, and I wasn't getting laid, and I had to sit on like a cold Coke every time I drove back from her house. Yeah. And I was wondering, is it like damaging or?
Not that I'm aware of it. It's venous and lymphatic congestion.
Is that pelvic congestion?
Pelvic congestion that sort of accumulates in the testicle area.
So the blood starts moving that way.
Yeah.
And things sort of get fired up.
Yeah.
And nothing happens.
No release. It just sort of gets pooled there.
So like anything in life, like we were talking about before, anytime your body thinks something's going to happen.
Or needs to come out. Yeah.
And it starts preparing for something, even if it's adrenaline or something, like you think there's going to be a fight, or you have to sneeze, or you got to take a dump, whatever it is. When something starts get going and it never gets finished off, there's a little pain involved.
There's a little, it's a little bit of a curveball, so to speak.
And it would irritate you,
right?
And if you did it over the course of years, maybe to have some adverse effect?
Maybe, but I know of no documentation of that.
All right. Well, do a test, would you, Drew?
All right. With you, without your porn, we'll work on it.
Oh, Drew, why?
Are we going to have to go to a video store tonight?
I'm going to keep my eyes open, believe you me. All right, we're going to take ourselves a little break. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, this is your radio. LoveLine will be right back.
LoveLine on 94.7 NRK.
We'll be right back in a minute. The most trusted for over 80 years.
Hey, everybody. LoveLine, I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. I miss that song. Yeah, it's my All-American Rejects. Did I give that phone number out, Drew?
No.
1-800-LOVE-191. We have some of the Dawson Creekers coming in here tomorrow night. I don't know everyone's name, but if you see them on the show, they're gonna roll in here eventually.
Yeah, we got everybody except Dawson coming through.
Yeah. James Vanderbeek?
Yeah.
Where is that guy?
I don't know. I haven't seen him.
Is he on the show still?
I think, yeah.
Because if he leaves, he takes his creek with him. That's what I hear.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Huh?
He said he was going to pack up his creek and go, and no one could play in his creek anymore.
You think that's funny?
I don't know.
You need to go to bed.
I know. No, I'm laughing at myself because I'm retarded now. But, yeah.
How about a phone call?
All right, phone call.
There you go. Liera?
Hi.
Hi, how do you pronounce that?
Liera.
Liera, like it looks.
Mm-hmm.
I've been having a lot of anxiety problems lately. I had to go to the emergency room a couple of weeks ago because I had a panic attack. And I was wondering if it could be some kind of chemical imbalance from the drugs that I've done in the past.
What have you been doing?
I did ecstasy about 9 times. I did acid once, mushrooms 3 times, and I used to smoke weed. I haven't done anything in about a year, though.
It's possible. I'll tell you, ecstasy is the one that's most likely to cause this. And it has a real characteristic syndrome, which is you sort of typically start isolating first and get kind of agoraphobic. You don't want to go outside, and then the panic hits. Been having that kind of thing?
Yeah, well, I've had general anxiety my whole life. And
Well,
then
so-
I did
ecstasy over a period of 3 years, maybe like 3 times
Yeah, but
a year.
ecstasy, we know damages the center of the brain that prevents this kind of thing from happening. So naturally enough, you do ecstasy, your anxiety disorder would get worse. Whether or not it would also cause panic, you probably never know. But yes, definitely ecstasy is associated with panic. And when ecstasy causes that, usually there's a pretty good depression that follows. Are you even feeling depressed also?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that needs to be treated.
All right, so treat your depression.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Well, they
look,
put
if
me
you're...
on- Sorry, they put me on Lexapro, and I was wondering if that would help.
Lexapro is an excellent medicine. It's not typically for anxiety. Paxil's more one that's for panic anyway. And Lexapro is a very fast-acting, very good antidepressant. It's one of the serotonin reuptake inhibitors. Might cause a little sexual dysfunction, maybe less so than some of the other ones, but,
Hey, but good times.
Richard, 16.
Yeah. Hey, I've been doing acting and stuff for about 2 years. Did a little high school theater and whatnot.
Yeah, I think I've heard of you.
Oh, yeah.
This is Richard from Eugene.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you did Man of La Mancha and Annie Get Your Gun, right?
No. Anyway,
must be thinking of another Richard.
MAME and Death of a Salesman.
Yes.
On New Year's Eve, I did my first paying gig. I did some improv and stuff, and I was just wondering how I'm gonna get into this and how you got into acting and whatnot. So, yeah.
Well, I blew a big time producer. I got to be honest with you. What are you looking to get into? Being an actor or doing comedy?
Yeah, comedy stuff.
Ooh.
Like
Comedy
theater,
stuff.
improv, that kind of thing. Who's line, that kind of stuff.
You don't want to do stand up.
No. I don't
Good.
think I'd be much good at that. But
You have some dignity.
try at that.
Well, back when yours truly was getting started, when I was doing these improv troupes and stuff, Drew, there wasn't really much going on cable. I mean,
the whole idea of improv hadn't really gelled yet. People weren't even aware that Saturday Night Live was really an improv show.
Well,
They
it's
just
not
thought-
really. It's more of a sketch show.
Okay, all right.
Right, but
that's all there
sketch and
was.
improv
Yeah,
gets put together sometimes.
That's all there was then.
Well, here's the thing. The thing that kind of sucked is there was no Comedy Central.
Right.
I mean, there was no Man Show, and there was no HBO, and there's no Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Right.
And Curb Your Enthusiasm. There was none of this Mr. Show. All these sort of off-center comedies that exist in the realm of cable.
Yeah.
What there was
sitcoms.
Yeah, there was Bosom Buddies.
Ugh.
And as I watch when I get home to the hotel now at 3:30
TV Land
every night. The one with the two cousins and Balkies, Perfect Strangers.
Oh.
Really bad, crappy ass network sitcoms. And of course, at the time, all of us were just looking at each other going, no one's going to hire us to do this. And if they do, we won't be doing what we want to do. We'll just be reading a bad script and making asses of ourselves. Much like we're going to do tomorrow in Dawson's Creek.
Well, why not? We did it today.
Good times.
Yeah.
So now, if
Except, by the way, they let you ad-lib your script.
Yeah,
which
almost
pisses the
all of
hell
it.
out of all the other actors and actresses.
Yeah, they're like, how come I got to memorize my lines and he gets to say what he wants? You want to know what? Genius! Where's your seal? Now spin that ball on your nose.
That's what he says.
And,
he goes,
and play that line of kazoos.
They let me say what I want because I got something to say.
Is that what I said?
What you said, basically, because I know how to do it.
Oh, true. That doesn't sound like
it. Wasn't. You said
okay,
it better.
here's the point. If you want to do something now, you can create your own thing. You can come up with your own show ideas. If you're an improvisational comedian, there's outlets for this, or an improvisational actor. There's many opportunities via cable, and so the future should look much brighter than this sort of bleak, Perfect Strangers future I was looking at in the mid to late 80s. So I don't know, just keep at it. Do some improv classes. Get involved with an improv troupe. There you go.
Danielle.
Hi.
Hey.
What's up?
How are you? My question is I have just lost my vision this last June.
Completely?
In both eyes?
Completely, yes. Well, the first eye I lost back when I was in 8th grade, I had a cornea transplant, and it didn't work.
Why?
I guess it just didn't like my body.
Why did you need a corneal transplant?
Well, I was born with glaucoma, aniridia, and cataracts,
but it wasn't like really bad exactly. I could still see pretty well. Just couldn't see really small print or anything, but going through life.
And iridia, no iris?
Yeah, I didn't have any pupils.
The colored part of your eye.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So I had the first cornea transplant when I was like.
Hold on a second. That makes for a spooky BJ. You ever have that, Drew?
Looks like a cat's eye looking at it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I have a prosthetic eye in the right eye.
It's like getting a BJ from a Malamute. Oh yeah. You never done that with the dog?
Good spirits about this.
Yeah. So okay.
So.
All right. So what do you see now? Do you see light?
I see
Can you
dark,
see light?
all dark.
Just dark, just black.
Oh my goodness.
And it's really messed up my sleeping schedules and stuff. I mean, I've had 24-hour non-sleep, because, sometimes I just can't sleep, and then sometimes I can sleep all day long, and just, I don't know, it's just been really crazy. But
So the lack of light is screwing up the brain chemistry.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And when people will say, oh, yeah, try to describe something to me, I can't even picture it in my head. I don't know, like, they say, do you see colors? I'm like, no.
But you did it one time, though, right?
I did, yes, I did. But since I lost my vision, no, I haven't.
But if somebody says a picture of a car.
I try to, but it's very difficult. I can't remember sometimes. Or I remember, but just it won't come to my brain. Like somebody said I had like a brain lock of something or other, and I'm like, oh no, it's not good.
Has there been some effect on the brain visual centers somehow?
I have no idea. I had a cornea transplant this summer too. I had a cornea transplant, and they thought that would help because they found out in June that they had no idea why I had lost my vision. Because I had pretty good vision up until then. And
until June.
Yeah, in June. And so they were like, well, let's do a cornea transplant and see if that works. So they did that, and it didn't work.
Wait a minute, Danny. Have you seen a neuro-ophthalmologist?
What's that?
It's really a neurologist that specializes in eye function.
On your brain, not your eye, right?
Oh, no, I've never seen
You really should do that. You really should.
Okay, well, that's good, because I've kind of wanted to know. So.
Hey, I got a bunch of questions for you.
Are you having any other numbness or tingling in any other part of your body?
No. Not that I know of. Not that I've noticed, but it's probably happened.
Have you learned to read Braille at all?
Yeah. But I'm a very, very slow reader.
But you just learned that in the last few months?
Yeah.
Oh, see, that'd be it for me. I just get a coffee can and go down the corner and just please throw some nickels in here. Actually, that's one of my plans now.
Yeah, I was gonna say
20/20 vision. And do you feel? Do you understand? Drew and I always say that because of the radio, we can read people's voices better than we can if we see them in person. Mm-hmm. We can know more about the person.
We just can feel it. You just respond to feeling.
Do you feel that's becoming more acute with you or sensitive?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I definitely have toned in on all my senses. Hearing is, I wouldn't say it's like ultra sensitive hearing, but I can hear things I concentrated on more. And when I first lost my vision, I woke up. This is the day that I woke up, and I didn't know what time it was because it was all dark. And I just woke up and it was dark.
Wow.
And I was like,
have you had an MRI of your brain?
Never. So
Danielle, you need an MRI, okay?
Doesn't seem like someone should be doing that for her.
Yeah, please call us back, will you? Let us know what happens with this. You need to see a neurologist, all right?
All right.
Promise me you'll do that.
I will promise you, because I would really like to know why. I mean,
and in fact, your attitude about it, your sort of indifference, your positivity about it. Mm-hmm. Certain neurologic conditions have that as part of the syndrome. They call it belle indifference, Adam.
Well,
La belle indifference.
No. Here's what I say. I say if that neuropathy causes this jovial attitude, sign me up. What do I got, Drew? I sit around bitching all day. Is that? Would I have a...
That is the grand pain in the ass.
Just walk around complaining all day. Drew, have you ever had catering this bad on a set?
Oh, my God.
God, this food is horrible. What are we going to do about this food? Oh, my precious porn. 3,000 miles away. Oh, my baby. All right.
I almost this is the big change. I want to see you loose in a porn store. You know what I mean? I'm like, I've never seen you in action in a video store.
Well, here's
I've never.
Yeah, that'd be a good cable show.
By the way, I'm sort of like
porn market sweepstakes.
I've never really been in one.
You cut me loose in a porn store with a shopping bag, with a shopping cart. We see how many dollars worth of porn I can dump in there.
Shop
in
till
like 1
you
bust. Yeah. You never been
shop till you pop.
You never been to a porn store, Andrew?
I've never I've never been toured through one. You know what I mean? With this pro.
I can have one of my guides do it, or I can do it myself.
No, I'd really be honored to be have the real pro show me around.
All right. Well, when we get back to LA,
we talk about this stuff so much.
I check my schedule.
Not LA. I don't know.
Who are we talking to, Drew? Drew, you're getting punchy, buddy.
Oh man.
Let's go now.
I'm actually Danielle kind of flipped me out a little bit.
Yeah, because sometimes when people are nervous, especially girls, they.
Yeah, but you don't. An ophthalmologic problem, an eye problem, doesn't cause
you don't wake up.
Sudden blindness. It's a little more gradual.
Why
That's
isn't she getting CAT scans? I mean, isn't anybody, even the worst HMO, giving her a CAT scan? She's blind. She's had a doctor she's been
Somebody
seeing.
gave her a corneal transplant without doing an MRI. I can't it's bizarre. She's from Tacoma, not far from University of Washington.
Now, I'm no doctor, Drew, but I am pretty spiritual, and I do know, or at least I suspect, that when you get the corneal transplant, you see what the other person would have seen. Now that you have the cornea,
it's like I Spy, that movie I Spy.
Yeah.
It's like having a little camera in your eye, yeah.
Yeah, you'd see what the dead person would see?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris?
Yeah.
19.
All right, yeah. I don't know, big fan, blah, 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 blah. Just thought I'd ask Adam his thoughts on a good band name for a punk band.
Oh, boy. With the S word.
He's punk.
Sorry.
Yeah. What? So it's a punk band?
It's drunk punk music, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, drunk punk music.
Well, you got to think of what's going to look good on the billboard. Not the billboard, but the marquee. You know what I'm saying? We had some names at one point, didn't we? Yeah. We never write anything down, though.
Oh, my God.
But, I mean, you got your sort of, there's your free beer kind of angle, which is, that's up on the marquee, so people come in and they see you playing. But then they're horribly disappointed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's just a bunch of random, I don't know. I don't know, Drew. I'm too goddamn tired of coming up with your band name.
Stillbirth.
What? Stillbirth.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Or SIDS. Is it sudden infant death syndrome? Yeah, that means you're hardcore. You can call the band SIDS, and they can get repulsed by it, and then once you'd explain it, and then you explain it's after the name Sid, like Sid Marty Krofft.
It's Sid's
but then
band.
there's no one in the band named Sid. And you got that sort of Sid Vicious thing going on.
Yeah.
How about SIDS?
The Bereaved is good, too.
Is that a real name, though?
No.
That's good.
And then my friend's band was called Dead and Bloated, and they never copyrighted it.
Oh, yeah, they could do that.
That's gross.
Yeah. Craven is not a bad one, either. It just means sort of depraved and cowardly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot to get the dictionary, by the way.
Yeah. The Bereaved. That's nice. But none of these jack-off 14-year-old buddies aren't going to know what it is.
It's all right.
Like they're going to know what SIDS is.
It's mine anyway. I don't know why I gave it.
All right, I'm sticking with SIDS. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191. Back in a minute. LoveLine on 94.7 NRK. LoveLine on 94.7 NRK. LoveLine.
Hey, everybody. LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. We're over here in North Carolina. Where are we, Drew?
Wilmington.
Wilmington, North Carolina, everybody. Doing a little Dawson's Creek. We're going to have some Dawson Creekers in here tomorrow night, God willing, and the next night. Although, I'm prepared for some cancellations, Drew.
Well, you can't blame them with the schedule.
Yeah,
they
because
seem.
they seem what? They get picked up at 7 in the morning. And they go home and study their lines and stuff.
Michelle Williams said she's up at 1 in the morning no matter what.
Really?
She's
up anyway.
That's what she said.
All right. Well, good times. All right, who are we talking to, Drew?
This is Derek, 19.
Derek.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's
hey, Derek?
Up? Not much. I like you guys' show. You guys are funny.
Thanks.
But I was listening the other night, and I kind of got perturbed when Drew suggested that a young lady go see a psychiatrist. I was just wondering if you guys have seen a lot of success with psychology.
Yeah.
With psychology or psychiatry?
Either or, really.
Do you know the difference?
No, you might want to clarify that.
Psychiatry involves medications.
Biology. They're medical doctors. And, I've seen dramatic, every day, successes. In fact, it's sort of irresponsible now. It's saved millions of lives since the advent of the newer medications. It'd be irresponsible not to refer somebody to that kind of thing.
Well, what's your angle, Derek?
I met a few people that were on psych drugs, and they seem nervous. They function, but nervously. And then I've heard a few horror stories.
Yeah. Well, listen, there's always a few horror stories with everything. I mean, everything involved with medicine.
Yeah,
medicines,
all medications have risk. I mean, that's one of the sort of problems with our culture is people think medicines have all the answers. And yeah, if you have a disease like a depression, which has a 20% chance of killing you from suicide, it's worth some risk. It's a 1 out of 5 death rate from that disease. But don't be surprised if some awful side effect does develop, because absolutely all medicines have side effects.
But then it just becomes a matter of degree. So what's worse, going through life with a severe depression or being jittery?
Or having people headaches or erectile dysfunction or sleep disturbances, or a horrible rash, or there can be awful side effects sometimes.
How do you guys feel about Scientology? Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I don't know that much about it. It always seems a little kooky to me. But and I mean, listen, I'm really fundamentally not against anything that says, read a book and improve your life. And I don't know what the tenets are of Scientology. What are like the fundamental? What are the 3 basics of Scientology?
Well, they were making some sense to me. I don't know about 3 basics, but they were saying like psychiatry or psychology is like pretty much like an enemy to anybody's sanity. It's just making them more insane.
Oh, well, that's retarded. But what's number 2?
Anytime anybody tells you that you should have an us-them mentality, whether it's a cult or whatever, that you should come in with us and together we'll love you, and don't let anybody else. The outside is a dangerous place, but with us you're accepted and loved. That's always a red flag. That's always a red flag.
Yeah. What else do they tell you?
I don't know, a few things, but they were making sense with the psychiatry thing.
Yeah. Sense to who? You?
Yeah.
You're 19. You're in junior college.
I'm a sensible person.
Yeah, barely. I've been talking to you for 2 minutes. I'm not impressed. What do you do?
Damn, that's harsh, dude.
What do you do?
I go to school. I'm going to be a nurse, and I work construction right now, putting in floors.
No. You put in doors?
Floors.
Floors. What kind of floors?
Maybe he does a terrazzo.
Hardwood floors.
You do hardwood flooring?
That's right.
That's good. The tongue and groove variety?
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right. And what do you do? Run the drum sander?
Hey, you just said you're not against anybody trying to do self-improvement, but then you called it retarded.
Does he run a drum sander?
You run the drum sander or not?
No,
That's really the big question.
I've never heard of a drum sander.
Never heard of a drum sander, and you do hardwood flooring?
That's right.
Huh.
It's all pre-finished.
Oh, you do the pre-finished stuff. Oh, one of those guys. And you're going to junior college. Yeah, pre-finished guy. We had a name for those guys when I was doing hardwood floor. What?
What'd you call them?
Pussies. So, no, we didn't have a name for those guys.
All right.
But there was no pre-finished back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
We did it the man's way. I'd have to cut the tree down.
That's why you said tongue and groove. You didn't know what you were talking about.
Yeah, pre-finished stuff should have tongue and groove, too, though. Okay, listen. How many people have called this show and said they worked in the trades over the years? 100?
Yeah.
And then I've asked them just rudimentary questions about their so-called trade. Have they ever had an answer for?
Not a good one.
Well, what is that, Drew?
I don't know.
All right, listen. Go do your Scientology. Yes, I agree with Drew. Anytime they tell you something is bad and you need to take up with us, then it's...
Whatever it is, whether the president of Iraq tells you that,
yes,
or the Davidian, what was the Branch Davidians,
right,
or the, who are the guys, the aliens guy?
I thought those were them. They're Jones, Jim Jones, or whoever it is.
Whenever anybody tells you that, that is a very serious...
Yeah, Raelians.
Raelians. That is really, really playing into human psychologies in ways that is extraordinarily manipulative and destructive.
Yeah, but if you want to read a book that has a picture of a volcano on it and figure out a way to interlock your inner strength or unlock your inner strength, so, so be it. Knock yourself out. But these are all just shortcuts for whatever work you need to do emotionally. Thank you.
Anthony.
Yo.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much, man.
Go ahead.
Huh?
Here we go, buddy.
I'm thinking bogus already.
Sorry, first time, long time.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious if you can get AIDS from going down on a girl.
It's that.
An hour or two.
Ooh,
an hour or two.
You deserve AIDS for going down for an hour or two. You're throwing the curve off for the rest of us.
What do you say?
But I just got word through that this girl possibly got AIDS. So I'm just kind of curious on what some of the symptoms are.
No symptoms, so you got to get tested. And I don't know of any documented cases of female to male transmission through oral sex. There's been male to male through oral sex and female to male to female from oral sex. No, anybody swallowing semen can get AIDS.
Oh, who are you talking to?
And theoretically, if you swallowed vaginal secretions, you can get it too. But I don't know that it's been documented.
And it wouldn't be as highly concentrated in vaginal secretions as it would be in semen?
You're not getting the volume.
Yeah.
You're not taking the volume.
Thank God. But really, this is really God's punishment for going down on someone for an hour.
Giving him AIDS?
Yeah.
Or just freaking him out about it?
No, I'd say AIDS. I say it's a light sentence. All right, listen, he doesn't have it. That's why I'm kidding around. Yeah. But he needs to go get checked out anyway. Just play it safe. And 21-year-old guy who's out going down on people he doesn't know for an hour should probably go get AIDS tests every once in a while anyway.
There's certainly plenty of other STDs he could be in contact with.
Yes.
Let's take this break early.
Have we licked AIDS, pardon the pun, in this country?
It is certainly a lot different than when I was in training. When I was in training, somebody would come for their first episode of pneumocystis pneumonia. We'd say they had 6 months to live.
Really?
Now they could live 10 years or more. We know how long it's becoming. It's as predicted that AIDS is becoming a chronic illness rather than a death sentence.
But it's not cured or reversible. They just hold it where it is.
Right. Exactly. Many times.
Many times. All right. I mean, if you got the money to get these.
By the way, I want an apology from Spin Magazine, all those people that. I don't want to get into it.
All those jack-offs that said
HIV didn't exist and it was invented by some. Oh, for Christ's sake!
I know. But this is the thing with all the this thing with all the tards with their retarded theories and all the faggoty actors who claim they're going to leave the country if a Republican is elected, and all these people that sort of make these big brash declarations and then never follow up with them. Pussies.
That was Alec Baldwin, Adam.
All of you. Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin, though, is a dear, dear, dear friend. So please, we got to cut him some slack.
Do you own a ranch in Ojai?
Called me on the cell phone the other day. He's a huge fan of this show.
He listens now?
He listens all the time. He recites. You know what he recited back to me? He called me and he said, a mason jar with a bagels taped to the end of it, filled with crap. Hump that. And I was like, huh? What are you talking about?
Wow.
That's what you said to the guy who wanted anal sex, but his girlfriend wouldn't give it up, and he wanted to know what it felt like.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, thanks, Alec. All right, so he can stay.
All right.
The rest of you leave. We'll be back.
All right, guys, bottom line, here's the deal. Looking to hook up? Sick of wasting time with the wrong person? One call's all you need to make. Call the Dateline. The Dateline.
877-889-DATE.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. 1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back.
Loveline on 94.7 NRK is brought to you by Car Toys.
All right, everybody, that's the show. Thanks for listening. Hopefully we'll have some of the cast of Dawson's Creek in here out in North Carolina tomorrow night. And I want to thank Alex, the engineer out here, for doing a great job and bringing us donuts.
Happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday to Alex. And Engineer Anderson for working a little OT over in Los Angeles. So, until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
You slamming drugs?
Yes.
What do you shoot?
Heroin.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Wilkins Ingold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.